right, Facebook, we are live. This is Frantic Romantic with Hanging with the Friends, episode number 12. Tonight we have, wow, I don't know. I can't even say, like, you're a producer, you're a singer, an actress.
The very talented, the very amazing.
Linda Owlen, right? Exactly. Multi-talented. Welcome, Linda.
Thank you for having me. Okay, now I see you.
Okay, there we go. Do you see all four of us now? Or yeah.
Yeah, so I'm so happy that you guys have me in your show tonight. And I was talking with you guys about that it's my second interview in English, so I'm kind of nervous because I'm not used to it. But I'm gonna try, like, yeah, because I've seen the interviews before on your shows, and I know, like, tú hablas en español y luego los demás hablan en inglés. Mm-hmm. So I think everyone is related with the Espanol. So Mike, yeah.
It's totally okay.
Yeah, we'll go back and forth as needed. Whatever's you're comfortable with. It's cool. Okay. We're just hanging with the friends, right? Yeah.
We're just hanging with the friends. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I met Mike that I told him, "Hey, do you speak Spanish?" And he said, "Oh, a little." And I think you're great right now. You talk so good, though. Yeah.
You know, it's always, for me, I remember a couple of years ago, before we started going to Tijuana, my Spanish was okay, but I didn't use it a whole lot. But now I feel like, out of necessity, I've had to use it a lot more, and I'm happy. You know.
Yeah. It's good because, you know, it's our language. Like,
it's our language. It's nuestra cultura. It's beautiful, right? You know, yeah.
Well, and I just want to say, I promise that I'm trying to get better at it. It's been a learning curve for me, so I apologize.
No worries.
But I'll get there.
Yeah. So. And I'll get you with my English, so.
It's good practice for all of us, right? I know Ezequiel practices Spanish too, you know?
Yeah. Hello, Ezequiel.
Hello. No se conocen, ¿verdad? Son los únicos que no se conocen, yo creo. Yeah.
So,
yeah, I'm very new.
I saw you on Instagram and in all of their shows, and I mean your shows, guys, but no, we haven't met.
Well, hopefully soon. We really can't wait. I really can't wait. I never played in Tijuana, so. And
really?
The band always talks about their experience, and they talk about their experience meeting you, and you know, I love hearing their stories, so I can't wait to experience it myself.
Yeah, we have so many stories. It's like, you know, music, it's so beautiful that you can find, like, amazing people on stage and abajo del escenario también.
Yeah.
Está bien suave.
Yeah.
Like, personally, but right now we're here hanging, and hope to see you guys perform because I love your performance.
Oh, well, likewise. Yeah.
Likewise. Yeah.
I can't wait to watch you perform again. It was, I can't stress enough to anybody I talk to that, like, you're just amazing. I don't know, like, everything you do I was just blown away. It was awesome. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you. I always best on stage and put all my passion there, and I remember your show, guys, and I told you, like, hey, we have to do something, we have to make a song, because I love the way we sang right there at the what's it called, Festiarte.
Yeah
Festiarte, right.
September.
Yeah, it was September.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good, and we didn't practice at all. We just just, hey, here's Linda Owlen, and I was like, okay. So first time singing with him live, and it was so good. I love how our voices like se complementaron muy bonito.
Sí.
Yeah, I would love to do it again.
Me too.
Record a song or live.
Right.
Yeah. I agree.
We're going to have to do something together. We're going to have to. Other than just performing, we're going to have to do something on a bigger scheme, you know? I remember you coming up, and I just had, like, the biggest smile on my face, and I was like, don't look like a dork. I just kept telling myself, like, play the song, be serious, stop looking like a dork. But I'm a super fan. I really am. I saw every minute of your set. Me and Mike, we were just up there in the front, just taking it all in, and we looked at each other and we would nod. We were like, dude, this is totally
awesome.
Badass.
Yeah,
exactly.
It was awesome.
I remember, guys. No, it was so awesome. It was good day that day, and because I think it was our first time meeting you guys, like the
All of
first.
us.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, but we were hanging before on the social media. I remember everything, and ya te miré, Ruben, en el San Jose.
Right. We met right before that in San Jose. I remember that was I was blown away by that. I was like, out of all the places you could have came, you came to San Jose.
Sí,
That's so like wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the band Tijuana. No, I don't know if you heard from them guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah? And they invited me to go there to play with Panteon Rococo. So it was a big stage, and I saw the scenario, and it was so big, and I was so nervous. I'm always nervous. And I was like, oh, I have to put everything and the passion.
And you did, man.
Yeah,
and you did. You blew it out of the park. I was like, holy crap, yeah.
It's another energy with them, because it's like more like a punk rock, and they're always with this energy, like rah, and I love it. So I put everything and all of my feelings right there. And I remember, and you and your wife came, and it was so good. And I was like, oh, they told me, do you have a guest? And oh yeah, I do have a guest.
I'm so grateful for that. That was crazy. I was like, man, it was like not real. Like I couldn't believe you were going to be in San Jose, and that you wanted us to go see you and put us on your guest list. I was like, man, that's so cool.
And Ruben, you should have invited me, man. What happened?
You watched the baby. That's where él cuidó la baby.
I was
Sí, él es el ¿cómo se dice? El Nino de mi hija.
Nino en Baby City.
Yeah. Él y su esposa, ¿cómo se dice? Bautizaron a Camila. Entonces, cuando te fuimos a ver, ellos la cuidaron.
Pues gracias, porque estuvo bien suave. Qué bueno que pudieron ir porque les cuidaron a la niña.
Sí.
Hey, shout out to my wife, Susana Guardado.
Right. Me too, la comadre, right?
It's because I was going to tell you, Ezequiel, that I love your glasses. I was telling you guys that all of you are wearing glasses. I'm going to go for one right now.
Zeke's got the coolest, though.
Yeah, he does. By far, they're the coolest.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He got those straight from the future.
Right.
Yeah, actually, it looks like that. It's your style, guys. It's like every video that you made, it's como un trip, así como si me metiera algo y hiciera,
Yeah, verdad?
I didn't see it or nothing, but I was like, oh my God, it's like a trip.
Well, your music videos are I mean, your music, for anybody listening and watching out there, definitely check out Linda Owlen's music videos, because yours are just like awesome. I like
really
the
good
stuff that the extremes to where you go with your music videos are, again, like just, I'm a huge fan. So
Thank
the
you.
cinematography, everything's on point. The way it's presented, it's awesome. Honestly, visually, you just put something really, really well together.
Yeah.
I remember asking you, how was the glitter thing? Remember I asked you a long time ago. I couldn't do that. There's no way I could have done that.
No, my mom told me it was like, she was like, why are you putting glitter in your mouth? And I was like, why not? Let's do it. And it was kind of hard. I had to practice a lot. And then the second video, I decided to put some worms on my mouth.
Right, yeah, the worms. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to practice too, but era como un reto para mí.
Sí.
And I was like, you can do it. And I'm thinking in my another video, and I'm like, I'm gonna do another thing with my mouth. But no, it's just it's what I wanted to say, for the worms that were in my mouth. It was like all this crazy time that I was going through with a lot of friends that they wasn't my friends at all, and they were talking things about me that I didn't like, and I was like, I want to put this on my video, and this is what I want to say.
Right.
So why not? And then the glitter, it was the same too. And it's como un
metaphor, ¿verdad?
Sí, como una
metaphor.
Para mí hacer eso.
Totally, sí.
Yeah. It's good that you like it, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I could see, I saw the behind the scenes on, what was it?
The last one?
A dónde vas? Where they show you like with the worms. And I'm not trying to talk on and on about the worms, right? But I could see you really sold that. Like you didn't flinch, which to me just shows that you're really about the scene, about the song, and about the moment. That's cool.
Yeah.
I commend that.
We were right there, and it was like very comfortable with the team, and they told me, okay, take it easy, you can do it as many times as you want. And I was like, okay, yeah, I've tried before on my house like 10, 15 times with the worms. They were so beautiful, and all of them are safe. So
Yeah.
And I was very comfortable. And Arak Bernal, I don't know if you know them. I mean, if you know him, he's the one that helped me with the video, and his girlfriend Angie, and they helped me with everything. And my sister, my girlfriend, and a friend that he's the one that painted my body, and it was like amazing. This amazing team. It was on the video. And yeah, it was so comfortable, and I was like, okay, Linda, you can do it. And the first one, it didn't go well, and then the other one like 5 times. So
Oh wow.
Yeah.
cool.
But you know what? The end product, it was great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It got the scene done.
Very impactful. Yeah.
It was like a teamwork, and it worked.
It's interesting you say that. Like we subscribe to that too. A lot of the stuff we do ourselves, very DIY, do it yourself, and it's all about having a team. Definitely, right?
Yeah, it's
Un
about
equipo, yeah.
buen equipo y estar como en armonía y que todo estábamos muy apurados. We were in a hurry that day, kind of. It was the show of Guns N' Roses day.
Oh, yeah.
Here in Tijuana, and we had tickets. I couldn't go because I was recording the video.
Oh, wow.
How to finish this? This is the day, and we were in a hurry because of the place that it was going to close. But I ended up with the honey in my skin and a lot of feather on my skin, and I couldn't go like that to the concert.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, it's what we do for our art, right? You know, the sacrifices we make for our art.
sacrifice, like the family things, los fiestas, bautiz, de todo te pierdes, a veces hasta de funerales, but it's our passion. It happens.
Right.
You know,
I mean, you definitely tour a lot, so I know you know about that.
Yeah, I tour a lot. Well, I was. How are you guys on everything that's been going through? Like, you're doing
la cuarentena, right?
Sí, con la cuarentena. You're doing good?
We're doing what we can. Yeah. I know the band is meeting up in San Jose, so that's cool. I haven't seen them in about 4 months, which is a bit of a bummer. But
I miss you, Mike. I miss you.
I do miss you.
At all? You haven't seen each other at all?
No.
He's in LA.
Yeah, and that's the thing is LA is like pretty bad right now. I would feel bad if I somehow brought the virus up to the Bay Area. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, but we're doing good. I mean, we talk. The band's talking all the time, and song ideas and planning for the future. So yeah, it's been good. How about you?
Yeah, well, I was telling you about the touring. Yeah, I was on tour actually on March like 7th and 8th. I was on Zacatecas.
Zacatecas, right? Wow.
And it was so good, but all of the people were like, nothing's happening. Anyone was wearing any mask. So it was kind of weird. And then I decided to go, so everything went well. And then I came back home, and I was doing like a film, film with some friends.
Oh, cool.
And I was singing with Tijuana No, with La Vid Cantina. So everything was going like, you're working so hard. You need a rest, Linda Owlen. And I didn't want to take it, but pues lo tomé porque pasó esto. So it was like a break that I needed for everything because we were touring and performing, and I didn't have the time at all to write songs again. And it was just on work, like, oh, I have the song, and I recorded on my cell phone, and that's it. And right now I had the time to sit and then get my guitar and and make a song. And at that time I didn't have the time, you know. It was like work home, perform, and rehearsal, and that's it. So I think it was like a break for like a good break for the musicians. Right now we're just like making so much stuff, and I think the next year it's gonna be awesome, like a lot of releases and videos and a lot of bands, like new bands. So that's it's like bad and so good, and it's like kind of like this.
It's
right.
interesting.
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, Ruben.
I was just going to say, a veces la vida nos cambia las circunstancias porque lo ocupamos, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We want to stay busy. We need to stay busy. I mean, you're a rising star that's just going everywhere in every direction. But sometimes you just need to take a break, you know?
Yeah, and even if you don't want to, it's like it needs to. I mean, you need to have a break on everything. I mean, on work, like take your 2 or 3 hours and meditate or something, or
Right.
you need a break. You can't be like always like this. And it was hard for me at the beginning. That's why I didn't had the head to make a song. And after 42 days, I wrote a song. Yeah, it was crazy because I was like with this feeling that what was going to happen, what's going to happen with the music, what's going to happen with my friends and meetings or everything. And then everything, like the live stuff, and you have to, tienes que agarrar como otra vez el ritmo y adaptarte a lo que hay.
Sí, exacto. Adapt to what's going on around us.
Like a new way of like perform for the for the audience.
Right, and also how to connect with the audience. I mean, that's why we started doing this, you know, because we couldn't play live, because we couldn't get together. This was born, and we're super happy that we're doing this now, you know?
Like you're telling me, guys, that you're talking a lot. I think you're talking like every day, right? Like
yeah, we are.
Yeah,
we are with each other.
Yeah, it's a good vibe right there. And I can
Right.
feel it on every live show that you made, and it's so cool.
Thank you. Right on.
Thanks. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I mean, I think when bands are, you know, musicians and bands are finally able to start coming back and playing live again. You know, something that you'd mentioned, Linda, is you know, I think 2021 is going to have a lot of like new music and like new albums and like a bunch of new bands like coming out of the woodwork, and it's interesting because, you know, because bands aren't able to perform right now, I get the feeling everybody's really getting the itch to perform, right? And by the time we're all able to do that again, it's going to be a super energized scene, you know, a super energized community.
And besides that, all the people that wants to, I mean, that see you live right here on the screen, and then if they're able to go to a show, they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go, and it's gonna be cool.
It's cool because before this happened, at least in our case, I don't know if that's your case, but in our case, it'd be like, yeah, I'll try to make it out. You know, people don't go. You know, it just happens. It happens, right?
Right.
People are busy in their lives, but because of taking shows for granted, I guess, when you don't have it, it makes you appreciate it more, you know?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends on my Facebook and Instagram that they put like status como, I want to go to a concert and I miss it. And, you know, it's a different feeling, you know, everything has, I mean, this have his magic.
He's there, right?
It's another feeling, and you missed it. It's like a drug kind of thing.
It is. It totally is like a drug, yeah.
Yeah, I don't use any drug, but I think this is my drug actually.
I agree. Yeah, I'm same. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hope everything goes well and we can go back to the new normal thing.
Yeah, it will. It's going to be a little while, unfortunately, but we'll get there.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing on this quarantine? Like, that's the music and talk to each other on your lives. Like, you learn to cook or something.
I actually did learn to cook.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't exactly my choice. My girlfriend started buying these things. It's called Hellofresh. This isn't product placement, anybody, but basically,
comercial, right?
you order these meals, right? But it's like they give you the raw ingredients and then they tell you how to cook it. So like, in the last 4 months, like before, like 4 months ago, I didn't really know how to cook meat very well. I didn't really know how to season anything. You know what I mean? It's like, I know how to make a pot of spaghetti, but now it's like, oh man, I can make, all kinds of chicken and pork and beef and, mashed potatoes with garlic and all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And I have to make a dinner for everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will be awesome.
If Ruben, if you need me to like mince garlic or something, I'm
right.
I'm there for you, bud.
Yeah, mi profesión, no sé si sabes, pero mi profesión, yo soy chef en una empresa.
Oh,
y
no.
Me tocó ir a regresar a trabajar. Tomé un mes y medio that I was off of work because they closed the company. And then I don't know if they were considered an essential company, pero abrieron en los primeros de mayo. So I've been back cooking every day, just doing it every day. So
Really?
Pero los primer mes sí cociné mucho en la casa. It was fun. A mi niña la tenía
I saw
ahí.
your video, like making tacos, kind of.
Yeah, that was one of them. That was one of them. Yeah, I did another one where I made a cake for Ezequiel for his birthday. Me and la niña.
Happy birthday!
I showed her how to mix the cake, how to do it, how to wait, and then how to decorate it. So it's cool. I got to do a lot of that stuff at home.
Yes. ¿Te gustó el pastel?
Me gustó mucho, me encantó mucho.
Qué rico. Yeah, the first month we've been like eating a lot, and then like eating some cakes and cookies and everything. We were like, oh yeah, it's quarantine time. And then a month I was like, oh my god, I have to do something. I can't eat it like this. And I started to cook actually, and we started to cook some more healthy food and everything. And my girlfriend learned to make a keto cake. I don't know if you heard from the keto kind of diet with no carbs.
Keto, yeah.
Yeah, and she makes this delicious brownie. And we learned to do it, in this quarantine, and it's so awesome. And yeah, the quarantine is like this, like ups and downs. You learn one thing and then you stop doing another thing, but it's like
you have to make the best of the situation, right, guys? I mean, that's the way I look at it,
Well, and that's the thing is like, with the quarantine, I mean, there's definitely things I miss, right? I haven't seen my family in a while. There's a lot of friends I haven't seen in a while. I haven't seen the band in a while. I haven't left LA in a while, which is always nice to do every once in a while. But it has been an opportunity to really just kind of like work on myself, to learn new things. And that's been great. And like I said, I mean, the band's been doing a lot of stuff. We've been writing a lot, which has been great. So yeah, how about you, Linda? What are you working on? Are you working on like a new album, or is that private or what?
No. I can talk about it actually.
Right.
Well, I have a few songs because I had these songs like barely, just like a small guitar or just the voice, and I start in my iPad in my GarageBand, and I started to make the songs, and me puse a darle a todo lo que tenía, todas las maquetas, y actually the last 2 weeks I went to the studio the Heartbreaker Studio.
Oh, awesome. We're
Tijuana.
good friends. Right. Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Yeah, you know him.
Well, Joan? Yeah, Joan? Right, yeah.
And yeah, it was after the 50 days, I think 60 days. I record like a part of the song. So right now we have like a few songs, and I think I'm gonna get like an EP at the end of this year. I hope
cool.
it gets well, and I don't know if it's gonna be like the right time to release it, but I'm gonna try. You know, I don't know if in December I'm gonna get voy a sacar una canción o dos o no sé, but I always like to get the song with the video, you know. So right now I'm thinking on my another video. So if you guys want me to produce you in one video, you just can tell me, and on a new song I can help you guys.
Well,
it's another part of me that I discovered, you know, with making my last two videos. Because I performed with the theater estudié la carrera en teatro.
Eres licenciada en el teatro, ¿verdad? Sí, miré un interview, we talked about that, right?
Sí. Y,
licenciada en eso.
Pues fue como otro lado de mí para explorar, y en esta cuarentena me ha ayudado mucho a poner así en un papel todo lo que yo quiero decir y lo que quiero hacer, y entonces pues you start to create like this concept and what you want to say, what you want to do, or like the visual, everything right now is so visual, like the millennial kind of thing. It's like this, you have to like get something interesting for the people to, oh, that's cool, you know. It's how are we
para agarrarle la atención, right.
Sí,
Yeah.
para llamar la atención, o tener un buen contenido para que tu público esté ahí.
Right.
Keep doing things and share with your followers what you're doing, what you're cooking, or everything, you know. And it's like kind of share like a small part of you, like the privacy kind of, and yeah, like your world, what you're living with, like at that moment. And yeah, I think I'm gonna start the next year. It's like another project that I have. It's for my friends that have projects, and to get involved with them and get and help them with one video maybe, because I love that part of create. And I heard the songs from my friends Angelica Siqueiros. I love her. I don't know if you know her.
You did a video with her, right?
Yeah, I was on her video.
You had a cameo. You had a cameo, or you're pulling the string or something like that.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was cool. Very 80s, yeah.
Yeah, and I love her songs, and I told her, hey, I want to make a video of your song. I mean, with her, you know, not for me. It's like direct your video, and tu video, dirigirlo, si ella me daba la oportunidad. Y dije, oh, tal vez el siguiente año voy a participar un poco más con mis amigos o los proyectos que me
interesan, right?
Yeah. Puedo ayudar, ajá. So por eso if you guys need like an idea for a video, or I can help you guys if you want.
I'm just gonna say it, and I don't care if Zeke and Ruben disagree. We're 100% in. Let's let's work together. Yeah.
That and record a song, because you know what, me encanta cómo se escucha tu voz con la mía, así cuando cantamos ese día on stage, it was like chicken skin.
I think the feeling was mutual, honestly. You know what I mean? When you were singing with us, I think we all had goosebumps too, you know? Definitely.
Well, you know, there's something I want to say about that. And it was something that really, so when you came up on the stage and we started singing, at first I was just singing to the audience. And then in my mind, I thought, you know what? I bet Linda and I could like really act this. You know what I mean? I bet like we could really act on stage. And so then I turned to you, and then we started singing at each other. And it was so cool, because like I knew that you got it, you know, like I knew that you
didn't have to say anything. Yeah.
It was just like, oh man, like, this is so cool. Anyway, that was such a fun performance.
Those things and memories that you're gonna forget, you know. It's and actually, guys, I love your project and your music, because I start to play guitar and all my influences at that time, it was bands with this kind of hard feeling, and like, I don't know, you guys remember me at that age, and a esa edad donde yo quería hacer música y la pasión que me dan esos acordes así, y ustedes lo tienen siempre que los estoy escuchando, oh, me encanta. Los pongo para maquillarme o para cocinar.
Oh, that's cool.
Y me encanta compartir sus canciones en mis historias.
Gracias. Sí, mire, I've noticed that. I have noticed that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I saw one of your stories came up, and I was like, oh, wow, hey, that's Celestina. That's awesome, you know?
Yeah, I love your music. And todo su proyecto. O sea, tienen ustedes como tienen su concepto, como su color palette, like everything, you know? And every one of you has your personality, and on stage, it's like, oh, yeah.
Well, you know, and I just got to say, Ruben and I had gone down to Tijuana a little bit before we played that show. I can't remember when it was, Ruben, but
April 29th. Yeah.
Okay, and I bought your album.
Right.
And I remember I wanted to make a point of listening to it because I had heard so much about you, and I maybe knew by then that we were eventually going to play a show together. I'm not sure, but I listened to it and I loved it. And so, you know, when we got down there to Tijuana to play that show with you, it was just really exciting. And I remember one of the first things I told you was like, oh, you know, I love this song and this song and this song and this song. And, you know, I probably came off as a nerd, but yeah, I mean, that, again, like the compliment goes both ways. Like your music is awesome and amazing. And your on-stage persona and everything is just, we're all huge fans. So.
Thank you. Me too. It's so cool. It's so cool to be here with you guys. It feels like we're in a meeting like right now. I mean, we are, but you know what I mean.
But like yeah, not so formal too. You know what I mean? Like we're.
Eso y que como si estuviéramos aquí platicando, no sé. It's cool.
Sí. I remember hearing feedback from the crowd, and they were like, "Wow, you guys were paired so well together. Having Linda Owlen and Frantic Romantic, it just fit, you know."
Yeah.
It was.
I remember that night they offered us to do a show together, like a month later, you know, and we couldn't do it. But I know you were busy too, but we need to do something together. I think it's just, you know.
We need to make like a festival or a show. Yeah.
Right.
And
I know.
¿Qué toca Ezequiel con ustedes? Porque no lo conocía. I mean, sí.
I play bass. Originally, I started playing guitar when I was a lot younger. But bass is a new instrument for me, so I'm having a lot of fun playing it, and of course, I'm getting a lot of support from the band. And I love it. It's a new instrument for me. I played piano before. I love to sing. I love to songwrite. So bass is really, really cool.
So you haven't had like a show with you on stage?
Yeah.
We had one
show before the quarantine. It was back in March.
Right before.
Yeah.
It was like the weekend before or something?
Right. It was the weekend before.
Really?
So we're lucky that we got to do that, but then it just, you know, the whole world just went dark right after that, you know?
Yeah. No, but we're going to have time, and we're going to do it with more passion.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So are you guys working on a new songs and a new album?
We are, yeah.
I don't think we need to be that coy about it. I mean, I know
I never know how coy to be about it, because I don't want to, like, you know.
I'm excited. I'm not screaming it from like the mountaintop or anything like that, but you know.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, go for it, Mike. Good. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you know, it's really interesting. It's really interesting writing right now because, you know, whether you like it or not, it's sort of like these circumstances that we're in really kind of set the mood for everything, you know, and you know, the stuff we're writing right now is definitely like, it's definitely frantic romantic sounding, but you know, it's some of it's a little angrier, some of it's a little sadder.
Right.
You know, we kind of came together as a group before COVID, it's weird. All this stuff kind of just aligned right at the same time. And, you know, one of the things that we wanted to do when writing this next album is you know, be more vulnerable, right? We kind of put our feelings out there a little bit more. And it's been interesting to see that. The stuff that, and also, I mean, like, I'm writing lyrics, Ruben's writing lyrics, Zeke's writing lyrics, Rick's writing lyrics. And it's just, it's really interesting to see the different perspectives, you know? I wish Rick was here because he has to deal with, during COVID, man, Rick has to deal with a lot because he works in a hospital.
The ER. He's in the ER. Yeah. He's a nurse.
He's a nurse in the ER. And I mean, he's just seeing
everything.
Stuff I can't even imagine.
Firsthand. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, it's interesting because we, you know, Rick wanted to jump into writing lyrics and we're like, yeah, dude, go for it. And, you know, he's getting real with it.
Right.
Which is great. So yeah, I don't know. It's what we're doing right now is I'm really, really looking forward to showing people what we're doing and kind of, you know, more about it. But again, I don't know how much to say.
Yeah,
but there's big plans with that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna wait for it.
So sorry to interrupt. We got a few questions from the audience.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
I forget we have people watching sometimes, right? Yeah.
The first question is actually for Mr. Kerosene over here. Carlos Lopez, he's asking you, did you try to learn Spanish during the quarantine?
I am. It's, you know what's made it a little bit tough is working from home. I'm putting in probably about 20 more hours a week. So I often have pretty long days and pretty long nights, and then I'm burned out, which is no real excuse. But I have been learning. Definitely before we go back into Tijuana, I do want to be able to speak conversational Spanish. I think that would be great. And, you know, exciting. It's something that I really want to do. So, Carlos, I'm working on it. I promise. And
remember, we got South America like looming in the near future too, right? You know, Colombia, Ecuador, all those places. So
right,
it'll be handy. It'll be handy, dude. You know.
Yeah. It was interesting. You know. Sorry, Zeke. Just one more thing. Back, I was working for this company last year, and you know, they had me go over to France for a week, and about I don't know, about like a month before, they said, hey, you need to learn conversational French. And it turns out they were kidding, but I actually had to go. I mean, they played a joke on me. And so I was just like putting in like 5 or 6 hours a day, just desperately trying to learn French. But it did, I mean, obviously helped when they had me go over there. So that was good.
So it's going to be easy for you to learn Spanish. So.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, so good. I mean, yeah, porque hablo español y si me entiendes, yo sé.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with Spanish, I find it's actually really easy. I mean, not easy in the sense that I know it, right? But like compared to French, because French, like looking at a word in French and then trying to pronounce it, it's just like.
Right, there's rules. Sometimes you don't pronounce the S, or you don't pronounce the end of it if there's a vowel after it. Or Spanish is a little more straightforward. Right.
Right. Yeah. But anyways, yes, Carlos, I promise you, I'm learning Spanish.
Well, you and me both, Mike. I need to start practicing mine. Mine's pretty bad.
I always say you sound like you're Cuban, dude, when I hear you in Spanish.
Maybe I was Cuban in a past life.
I think so, man. I think so.
Cántanos en español.
¿Perdón?
Cántanos en español.
Mejor más al rato.
All he knows is nomás puras canciones de los Bookies, nomás. Es todo lo que sabe de los Bookies.
Yeah, Tigres del Norte.
That's it.
Second question from Susana Guardado. She's asking, how are y'all staying motivated musically during the quarantine?
Oh.
So what motivates?
Well, I want to hear from Linda first. Definitely.
Well, what motivates me is, this feeling that I want that everything happen fast, like we can go back to the normal life. A mí me mantiene como componer mis canciones para mí implica como un proceso. It's like a process for me to create a song. And right now I feel like I'm very vulnerable, and I started to work I'm working on a guitar place, like I'm making bajo quintos. No sé si los,
cool.
Yeah, I'm doing very well right there. And esto de estar volviendo a la normalidad otra vez y todo me ayuda a estar motivada, to see like a few workers right there, and maybe be on the street and see that people have to keep forward. I mean, keep living, because you can't like stop at all, because you have to work and get the money and everything. So it motivates me to see the people that they're struggling with this, but they're fighting, they're like, oh no, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna wear my mask, I'm gonna wash my hands, and let's do it safe, but we have to do it. So yeah, so every day, cada día que pasa me motiva un poco más, y las personas, con las pocas personas que convivo, hacen que me motive a seguir adelante. Y para la música, I know it's a hard time for the artists and art, but we're gonna get through. Lo vamos a pasar.
Yeah.
And for you guys?
I know for me, when this first happened, I dove like head first into it. When my daughter was born, I wanted her to have a lot of time with my wife, as much time as she could. And so I took on a second job, and I was doing like 80-hour work weeks, and I was doing the band, and I was doing everything else, So I didn't have a lot of time to do creative things to the amount that I wanted to. I mean, I think I did pretty good for myself with getting things done, but I didn't do it to the level I wanted to. So when I was told, you're going to stay home, this is what needs to happen, every day I got to enjoy my daughter. Every single day that I was home, I played with her nonstop. And then when she'd go to sleep, I would stay up till 4 or 5 in the morning, just work on music in the garage, just recording, demoing. I was just relentless. I was like, okay, I have this time, I have to make the most of it. And it wasn't even a challenge. I just completely embraced the isolation. I know that kind of sounds weird, but I did. I was like, this is when I get to heal. This is when I get to recover. This is when I get to reconnect with nature, with my family, with myself, And that to me really motivated me. It's like, it's time to appreciate all the things that I didn't get to, because the world was so fast before.
Yeah, and you start to notice like some details, like you didn't notice at your normal life. Like I didn't have any garden at all in my home, and then I start to get some plants and everything. So I have a small garden right now on my
That's so cool. Yeah.
Start to pay attention to details, and it's so cool. As I was telling you guys, that it's like this quarantine.
There's some give and take. There's definitely pros and cons with this quarantine. Yeah. What about you, Zeke?
Man, I wish it was the same for me, to be honest. I wrote a lot of
Sorry, man. No so
barely hear you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wrote a lot of poetry. But musically, I couldn't get any ideas. I know as soon as the COVID hit, Ruben would text me. He would send me songs, and I was like, "Whoa, this guy's already on it."
Yeah.
Ruben was he was really serious about it.
I was really annoying, I'm sure, right?
No.
Yeah, it was great.
It motivated me to get into it, and I couldn't start writing until after I went back to work. I went back to work in May. I guess I needed. I think in order for me to write music, I need to struggle a little bit in my life in order to get that emotion out. When I have it too comfortable, I could write poetry, but I can't write music. So I think now I'm barely getting into writing music. But yeah, I wish I was the opposite. But when it comes, it comes. You know?
Yeah, it comes in waves. It's funny. I always quote you as being el que tiene el corazón de poeta, because you're really about your poetry. I think you're really good, and it comes and it's very honest.
Thank you, Ruben.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
Mike,
you never stopped. You were working the whole time, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. What was exactly the question?
What inspired you musically during the quarantine? Like, what inspired you to write music? Because I know you wrote. Sure. I heard the tracks.
Yeah. I just coming back to, this was actually something that Zeke and Ruben and I and someone else were having a chat about this earlier today.
With Eric, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just that basic thing where it's like, every show could be your last show, every album could be your last album, every song could be your last song, and I think a lot of people, including myself, are feeling that now more than we did 4 months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, not to get too heavy, but it's it's scary out there right now, right? So that's the thing. It's I don't know. I would hate to have an idea in my head and for it to never be heard. I think if you have something to say, then man, you got to find a way for people to hear it. And I think that's more important now than ever. And honestly, not to get too crazy, but it seems like at the beginning of every decade, there's some weird inciting incident that sets the tone for every decade. And I think with what we're going through right now, it's going to be interesting to see the kind of art that comes out of it, right? Because it's just it's such unusual times, and I think it's really going to inspire people to make a lot of amazing, different, emotional, stuff that you probably wouldn't have heard if all this had not happened. So.
Yeah, and discover like another part of you. I know you like to draw, and you do it very well.
Oh, thank you.
I draw like so bad, but I want to. It's I have this art kind of puck, and I'm just doing it, y lo estoy intentando y me gusta. I don't know how, but I love it, and I love to show it to everyone. I was like, oh ma, I did this.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Everyone, I just put it in my walls, like, oh, this is so pretty. You discover like another part of you, or like another thing that you want to do, or that you were always with that kind of like, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to, and you can, you have the time to do it right now. So yeah, we can, nos debemos aprovechar de eso to create, and I think it's happening, for us. Like hice un dibujo of a girl that I dream of her, and she inspires me to make a song, and
that's awesome. Yeah. It's cool because that's art inspiring other art, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. I know Mike, I think, learned to draw so that he could draw pictures of himself and post them in the wall behind him.
Yeah.
Zeke also did the same, but there are also pictures of Mike in the background.
Right.
My wife's all asking me, "Who's that?" I was like, "That's my singer."
Stop looking at me like that, right? Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. Do we got room for one more question?
Absolutely.
All right. This is from Nestor Flores.
All right.
Hey, Nestor.
What's up, Nestor?
So he's got a question for Linda. Who is your influence, or who influenced your image, your character?
You guys want to say hi? You guys want to say hi real quick?
Oh, es que no escuché.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
What
sorry.
do you say?
Do we have a special guest?
Yeah, I think we do. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt.
It's okay.
Just really quick. I'm sorry, guys, but it's one of Linda's biggest fans.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
Say hi. Say hi. Come on. Say
Oh.
hi.
Hola.
You too. Say hi, Linda Owlen.
Linda Owlen. Say hi, Linda. Hola, bebé. Ay, qué hermosa. You're so big. And
She's
so pretty.
big. She's so big now. I know.
Saludos a las dos. Qué
Saludos,
bonita.
dice.
Oh, hola. Hola. Qué bonita. Oh,
Sorry,
my God.
but she is a big fan. She's a
Oh,
big
thank
fan,
you.
so.
This inspires me. You know, this is what motivates me. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. She motivates me too, trust me. I'm tired and she's like, Daddy, go to work. I'm like, okay, I gotta go to work, you know.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Sorry, I totally did that thing.
Yeah,
you know,
it's totally fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, that question was for Linda. Where did you get your influence for your image and for your stage presence? What inspired you to, to be who you are right now?
Well, I think everything that I went through in my life inspires me. Me inspira como por todo lo que he pasado en mi vida, por the nature, the animals. I love animals like crazy. I love
El
kids.
búho, el lobo. I've noticed those themes.
Yeah, and the nature, and I think the things that I went through in my life, like from teenager, from my 20s, and right now I'm 31, but and all of the stuff that have happened to me, like bad or good things, had made me who I am, you know. And I try to put everything that I want to say. This is so important for me. Like, be yourself and express yourself the way you want to do it. What do you want to say, and just do it. You know, don't be like be like this.
Yeah.
And yeah, I always try to express my feelings, and even though I have like some problems maybe with the communication with my friends or maybe with my family, that I can be like saying everything that I think, but I like to put that things that I can't say at all, I like to put it on the art, you know, and I put it on everything, on my image, on the music that I make, on the concept that I want to show on the videos, on the music and everything. And yeah, so if I have this bad feeling or like a weird feeling about it, I don't say it like, hey, you're being like this with me, don't be like this, or I just say it with no words, you know, with the art. And yeah, well, I don't have like an influence for the music, like this artist Dolores O'Riordan is like my biggest influence at all.
Cranberries. Cranberries. Love the cranberries. Yeah.
And I think this is for my mom and my family. And I'm like a total 80s girl. This is I thank my mom a lot for that, because she showed me like bands like The Cure, The Page Mode, Culture Club.
Culture Club, right.
Yeah, I always tell her that hey ma, gracias por enseñarme esa música, no sé qué hubiera hecho.
Well, that's a great influence. That's awesome. Yeah.
Y siempre siento que desde que estaba en su belly, she was hearing all of this. She was like niurra, like a new wave kind of thing, my mom. And she told me every once in a while, hey, tú eres una niurra como yo. It's the 80s. Put some 80s music. Yeah, I think, you know, all of us have our personalities, and our art is based on en lo que hemos pasado, como lo que te ha pasado en tu vida y what you want to say, or casi siempre en estos momentos tan vulnerables es cuando, te digo, te das cuenta de las pequeñas cosas que a veces no las notas y pues las vas poniendo en tu arte y eso junto con tu personalidad y pues tu manera, the way you're thinking, you can make your art.
Right, right. It kind of like you create like its own thing, right? Based on all those things. You amalgamate it all together.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. It makes you who you are, so yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
So what was the name of the person who asked?
Nestor.
Nestor.
Nestor's got really strong ties with us. He's Tijuana Playas, the Tijuana native. He stepped in and just played with us with only one practice.
Yeah.
He learned all our songs on CD and just made
killed
it happen.
He killed it. He was really good, man. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reached out to him. We didn't have anybody to play with us. It wasn't the time we played. It was the time right before that when we played in Secut. Crazy. That show was crazy, just all around and awesome, you know? But the one missing piece was the bass player. It was before Ezequiel was playing with us. And, through a friend of a friend, I met up with Nestor. I went to Tijuana just to practice with him once. And then the whole band made it down there. We were like an hour late to rehearsal. And we practiced with him. And he was great. He just knocked it out of the park. He's an awesome bass player. Super lucky to, yeah.
One of the best moments of my life spent with Nestor. And of course, the rest of the band too. But Nestor, you're cool, man. Looking forward to seeing you again.
I know he's a big Linda Owlen fan. He had never heard you. And he went to go see us at Plaza Alameda. He was just blown away by you guys. He was like, wow. He just kept telling me that.
Gracias. Yeah, we try to do our best on every show that we make, and the band, it's so amazing. I just love them because they share all my crazy things that I want to do on stage. I told them, hey, can you put some flour right here and right here? And they're like, okay,
they do it.
Let's do it. Yeah. So they have been with me, like sharing all this craziness that I want to do on stage.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're always like these. Oh, is this gonna work or no? Yeah, this is gonna work. Okay, and it worked.
Yeah, that was one of the funnest things about that show was hanging out with I kept referring to you guys as the Owlen gang. I'm like, hey, it's the Owlen gang. Let's go hang out with them, Mike. Come on, let's go find the Owlen gang over there.
Yeah, it's so amazing. I just love the band. So hi
They're
to everyone.
Great people.
Anna, mi hermana Itzel, Monica,
Janelle.
Yeah.
You guys had Omar that night too, right? Omar Vox.
Omar Vox, sí.
He was playing with you guys on bass that night, yeah.
Yeah, he was the one that when I was a teenager, I had a band that it was named Sarvenia, I think. I was like 16 or 15, and he was the one who gave me the first opportunity to perform on un café que se llamaba el Café Revolver. Y ahí hicimos nuestro primer show, and he was the one who organized everything. And
oh, wow.
Le digo hola.
Very cool dude, yeah.
He gave me the first opportunity, like, in the band kind of thing.
Your big break, basically, right? Your big break. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I hate to be that guy, but we are getting close to the end of our run time. I think we have time for one more question, and then we'll probably have to wrap.
No.
I know this has been a really, really fun conversation.
Yeah,
sorry, Zeke.
It has.
It has been really fun. Time went by really quickly.
Really quick, right?
All right. The question is, right now I'm looking for it. What albums are influencing you during the quarantine? And this one's for Linda. Are you listening to anything right now? Are you listening?
For music right now, I'm hearing. I always come to this kind of studio, and I put the EPs right here, and I love to dance and everything, and I have this 80s so right now in this quarantine I'm very 80s, so that's why the outfit and everything right now. So I just love it. And yeah, but for new songs and new artists. And well, right now I just heard the new album of Fiona Apple, and it was so good. Have you heard it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, she inspired me to. I mean, she did music with the refrigerator, the sound, the dogs, and I love to hear, you know, the that kind of things on the music. Like, oh, she left the bark right there, the meow on the kittens, and she's amazing. So Fiona Apple right now, I'm hearing Fiona Apple, and I'm hearing a band that it's named White Lies. I don't know if you heard from.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, I just liked them like so many years ago, but los he estado escuchando mucho. They made like 2 or 3 videos right here in Tijuana, and it's so amazing that they came all the way here to make this video in Tijuana. And I'm hearing them, and Junipero, I'm hearing them.
Junipero.
Yeah, Angie. So I'm hearing all of my friends' projects and supporting them, and I just love to hear like this new music and this passion and effort that they put on the projects. And yeah, I think that's about it. David Bowie, I'm hearing him a lot.
David Bowie.
Yes.
What era David Bowie have you been listening to?
On the Bowie.
¿Qué época? Yeah.
The Aladdin Saint.
Ah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I love him. I love this glow and everything.
I had a random thought today where I was just like, man, I miss you, Bowie. I miss Bowie so much. Like,
that's one of Mike's biggest heroes.
Yeah.
Bowie and Scott Weiland from STP.
Yeah. One's probably pretty directly influenced by the other, I think, but
I think so too.
Yeah, Bowie's amazing.
And how about you, kid? What are you been listening to?
I've been listening to a lot of different things. I've been listening to. Sorry, I'm trying to blank right now. There's this one artist that I just fell into. Her name is Phoebe Bridges. She plays mostly kind of folk. Phoebe Bridges, and then I'm listening to a lot of hip hop now. I go back.
Oh, cool.
Wu-Tang Clan albums, you know. And
Wu-Tang.
Yeah. But I've been mainly listening to demos that we have to kind of stir up new ideas. So I don't know if it's a bad thing to say that my own band is you know, inspiring me, but you know, it's kind of helping me to get pumped up for the new year. That we're gonna come up, we're gonna play new venues, and you know, we're gonna come out with something really cool, a new project.
So you have another project besides like Practical Romantic?
I write my own songs. I don't know if they'll necessarily ever fit with the Frantic Romantic band, but they're mainly like acoustic, slow songs. You know, I'll show a couple to them. I think one of them we are developing, right? But then there's a few others, and you know that's perfectly fine, you know. But yeah, I'm more like a bedroom playing guitar, my sad songs type of guy.
Have you ever heard of like Nick Drake and like I don't know, like stuff like that? Very singer songwriting, you know.
Oh, I would love to hear it. You should record it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, I know we don't have like so much time, but I want to tell you guys that I'm so grateful right now for you to have me on your show. Thank you so much. And I was very nervous at the beginning, because as I told you, it's my second interview in English and I'm not used to it. But me encanta que puedo sentirme como en casa, como very comfortable. Thank you for it, and gracias por esta amazing night. Right now, I'm gonna go for a run. Voy a correr un ratito. And you know, this just blows my mind. I was kind of stressed before this, but right now I feel like it was so
I know, me too. Yeah.
Oh, good.
It was so cool to see you guys. Thank you so much for inviting me.
It's
Well,
great to
thank
see you
you.
too. Come back to the show anytime you want. We're always thrilled to talk to you. You know, if you want to take one last moment to just let the audience know kind of where they can find your music, you know, what they have to look forward to in the future from you. I know with COVID it's different, but yeah, if you just want to go ahead and just chat about that for a second.
Yeah. Well, guys, you can find me on YouTube. I'm doing some videos right now that los estoy subiendo para que los vean. Y I'm making new songs and well, we're just working on everything. But you can find me as Linda Owlen. It's like an owl. It's Linda Owlen. And you can find me on Spotify, Instagram, YouTube. You can subscribe to my channel to see the videos. And yeah, I think that's it. Oh, TikTok. I have a TikTok right now. It's kind of fun. And yeah, I think that's all of the social media and platforms and iTunes. And if you want a CD, actually, I would like to show this CD. This is my first album.
Delirios, great album.
Thank you. And you can write me and then te los hago llegar hasta tu casa, hasta tus manos. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Cool.
Awesome.
Well, thank you again. And thanks for everybody at home for tuning in. This is Hanging with the Friends with Frantic Romantic. We have a guest on every week, every Thursday at 8:30. We will see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your friendship there. See you later.
Bye.